Alright, my beautiful baldies, we're back at it again with One Punch Man Chapter 187. We get a little bit of Saitama and Genos in here, and we find out, most importantly, that the Hero Association is evil. They are a super corrupt, or at least the secret society within the Hero Association pulling the strings are extremely devious, malicious, and corrupt. They're basically betting on heroes in their fights against monsters, not only releasing the monster, but also releasing just one weak hero to go and fight them. Now, interestingly, at the end of this chapter, Child Emperor calls out McCoy, and it appears that, this whole theme of the Neo heroes appearing because the Hero Association is so corrupt and they only care about money and they lie a lot. Well, in this chapter, they just got even more exposed. So in the beginning of this chapter, we get introduced to a new hero, Hero Papillion 800. And McCoy is talking to him from the Hero Association. He has arranged that this C-class hero, who's actually a B rank, fight a demon level monster who's actually supposed to be a wolf rank. So McCoy says, connect the live feed to the venue. And you've probably seen this in movies. You have like some super rich elite people who are doing bets on, can they pass the trial, the obstacles, which one of the two people is gonna, fight to the death, which one's gonna win. And then there's like some rich people behind the glass putting money down on it. And that's essentially what we've gotten here with the Hero Association. And what's also important to note about the Hero Association is that a lot of these characters, there's a lot of like money. There's these super rich elites embedded into it, and they basically donate money to the Hero Association for safety and other reasons. But I guess also here they're just so rich that they're like, yeah, let's watch a demon and a hero fight each other to the death and we'll just bet on it. This is a hidden source of income for the Hero Association. But also they carefully rig these matches so that their sponsors will win. So presumably some of these rich elite people in this venue where they're watching this fight to death, some of them are not really in on it and some of them know that the fights are rigged. And the ones that know are sponsors who donate money. So here we find out that C rank 333 Papillion 800 is actually B-class rank 4 Mad Devil Yankee. By disguising a hero as weak and making them fight a weak monster disguised as a strong one, they create long shot wins. In other words, the matches are fixed. So at this point, Mad Devil Yankee charges in. That's his real name. McCoy's telling him make it look good, just like a, almost like a rigged boxing match or something. You can't just take air punches, like you have to actually get hit and make it look good if you're trying to throw the game for a bag, right? Now at first this monster looks incredibly weak and scared and you think he's just gonna get demolished, but then he goes like berserker and he just annihilates this dude with one massive punch. He can't believe that how strong this supposedly wolf level monster actually is, whose name, by the way, is Shiver Wawa, like Chihuahua, but it's Shiver Wawa. And I think there's something with this monster, like when he gets scared or if you look at him, he like gets incredible amount of power. And you can see that Devil Yankee is already starting to pass out. And he's remembering the entire deal that, the entire situation that went down between McCoy and him. When McCoy basically calls him into the office and says, hey, if your mother still wants treatment, you have to do this for me. Even though, it's rigged, it's corrupt. And obviously this guy doesn't really want to do it, but he's trying to save mommy, so he does it. And this is how McCoy manipulates heroes into getting people to do what he wants, even losing their life, just so he and the Hero Association and the sponsors can make extra money. Now, interestingly, this guy became a hero because of Moomin Rider. So he was actually like in the audience watching Moomin Rider take on Sea King, and that inspired him to become a hero himself. And he worked his way up past Moomin Rider. I mean, he's B rank now, so he's supposed to be even stronger than Moomin Rider. And he's also, like a fan of justice. Justice a crush! So McCoy thinks that this guy is acting. For some reason, he didn't himself realize how strong this monster actually is. So as Devil Yankee's like hitting on McCoy and he's like, this monster's crazy strong, what's going on? I guess the rest of the rich people can hear that. And so McCoy is, trying to play it off. And funnily enough, he actually finds it remarkable how good this guy is at acting as he's getting face pulverized into a mashed up tomato, but the guy is obviously actually getting hurt, right? So the monster just continues to beat the living crap out of this guy. So this demon, Monster Shiverwawa, going outside causes it to rampage in fear and worry. And we get to see a picture of it later. It's like this cute little dog, Wolf being, I guess, the low, like wolf, tiger, demon, dragon, god level. And yeah, as you can see him in the facility, he looks like a Pokemon, right? But when he goes outside and he gets scared, he gets insanely strong. So that's why McCoy didn't even know that he was actually, demon level strength. And this guy is actually getting his ass handed to him. So he steps up, he remembers mommy. He's trying to pull a Moomin Rider here and keep fighting and never give up. I've got to face this thing like he did. And he remembers, again, Moomin Rider's standoff with Sea King, which, by the way, if you're a fan of Moomin Rider, you're gonna be real happy in a few chapters. All right, I don't want to spoil too much, but oh boy. Because he keeps trying to challenge the scared dog monster, the monster keeps beating the crap out of him. And this guy is literally on borderline death, thinking to himself, this must be divine punishment for taking part in something corrupt like this and kicking dirt on the spirits of the heroes who put their lives on the line. Even telling headquarters, I'm pretty sure I can't win, tell my mom that I quit being a hero and moved to a city far away and got a real job because he thinks he's actually gonna die here. And I mean, if you look at this man's face, looks like he's gonna die. This dude's gonna kick the bucket any second now. So McCoy's like understood, and he still thinks this guy is acting. And as they go in for the final clash, Doggo charges in and Yankee Boy charges in, and you think that Yankee Boy's gonna die, but Saitama comes in with the one punch. Who the hell let this thing loose? Which is an interesting thing to say on its own. Like, monsters aren't always just let loose. Sea King came out of the sea. There's also like the king of the air, the bird guys, remember? Saitama's like, your face is messed up pretty bad. Are you okay? And so as Devil Yankee starts passing out, he remembers that Saitama is the same guy who took out the Sea King, and then he falls to the ground. So, interestingly, McCoy and now this guy Devil Yankee, who just was saved, his life was saved by Saitama, and I guess a lot of the viewers, even the rich people in the Hero Association, are all gonna learn that Saitama is pretty damn strong. And that's why Genos just zooms in like Kramer from Seinfeld. And one of the sponsors is incredibly pissed off because another hero jumped in, took out the monster, and that ruined the whole betting situation. McCoy saying, my deepest apologies, I'll prepare another game right away. Damn you, A-class rank 39 Caped Baldy, you really messed this up. So he actually drives out there to scold Saitama and Genos, and he said, nobody told you guys to come out here. You need to restrain yourselves, obviously, because let's keep making money. You can't be having heroes actually doing their job. And Saitama, correctly is like, why are we getting yelled at for killing a monster? Now, Genos is saying, well, it's a demon level that should help you, move up the ranks. And McCoy, for some reason, I guess because he's pissed off at Saitama for ruining the whole event, that Papillion 800 weakened it immensely. So most of the credit should go to him and not Saitama. But that's when Child Emperor comes in and exposes McCoy, saying, are you angry your rigged game got messed up, Mr. McCoy? And that's when he just F's off. He just runs away because he got caught. And this is one of the reasons, spoilers here, but I think you can probably guess, if Child Emperor knows that the Hero Association is corrupt, where do you think he's gonna go? Neo Heroes. And you're gonna see a few S-rank heroes move over there as the Hero Association starts to get more and more exposed for its corruption. So Child Emperor tells Saitama and Genos about this secret hero website for gambling. There's odds for every hero, and as Genos says, it explains the unusual disaster levels in hero ranks I've seen occasionally. If they're doing that to control the odds, then it all makes sense. Saitama, looking at the phone, starts freaking out, and he sees that his odds are 1 to 20. He's got horrible odds. Nobody would ever bet on him. So Child Emperor said he's gonna keep investigating this, and now Saitama and Genos know that there's some fishy stuff going on. But interestingly enough, I mean, if you were Saitama at this point, wouldn't you want to go to the Neo Heroes if the Hero Association's corrupt and they don't give you the credit you deserve and everything else? So we see what happens to Devil Yankee. He gets an escort to the hospital by his idol, Moomin Rider. Good for him. Moomin Rider even calling him strong and saying that even if you lost, you stood up against something stronger than you without hesitating for a moment, and that's amazing. Which, yes, that is the entire life of Moomin Rider is fighting people way too out of your league and getting decimated. But not for long. Saitama cannot sleep because his odds being so horrible is just keeping him awake at night. Genos comes in and says, what would happen if you bet on yourself and then defeated the monster, right? You could make a crap ton of money, just bet all your money on yourself and then just run around defeating monsters. And Saitama's like, don't get the wrong idea, hypothetically, I could, but the best way to stop all this stupid hero gambling stuff is to make the house lose a ton of money. So they see that new odds are published, meaning that a monster has appeared, and they dart off together. Saitama's odds dropped even lower, 1 in 25, or 25 to 1, I guess. I don't do sports betting. I don't even know how that odd shit works, dude. But as they're running away to destroy this monster, a race car, Formula 1 race car, hit a coolie, cap a lie. He steals a lady's purse. So now Saitama has to decide, do I make 25 times my money by destroying this monster or rescue this lady's purse? He's good guy Saitama. I think you can guess what he did. And Genos says it appears Tatsumaki defeated the monster. He's like crying. That's so funny. Now Saitama, you know, he has like some morals and some ethics behind him, which I think is, you know, part of the reason people like him so much. If he did bet on himself, I bet he lost a lot. So I'm not really sure, like exactly, like did he bet as he was going to fight that monster? But regardless, the girl that he saved her purse, she gives him like this huge diamond ring, but he just straight up denies it. So Sigma male Saitama, he don't even need no money. I mean, I guess he doesn't even really need to eat. I mean, he doesn't need to breathe in space. Yeah, and that's the end of the chapter. I mean, the main concept here is the Hero Association has been exposed for being super evil and corrupt, and that's going to have major ramifications moving forward, but even further establishes why the Neo Heroes are here and why they're needed, and they're going to start taking over. So love the chapter, great stuff. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Hopefully we'll get to see Moomin Rider's big upgrade soon, but I think there's a couple, it might be a while. We'll have to see. I got to read through the webcomic again. It's been a while. And if we get any more of those webcomic chapters, obviously I'll make videos on those. Still no word about One Punch Man Season 3, which studio is doing it, and no further word on the One Punch Man movie. We got a lot of One Punch Man stuff coming at some point, but we don't have dates, and we need more info. As I get it, I will let you gentlemen know. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.